let's tell you one more time that Everything Everywhere All at Once has won the Oscar for Best Picture at the 95th Academy Awards. The other 9 nominees, from Top Gun Maverick to Avatar The Way of Water to biopic Elvis to the wrenching war drama All Quiet on the Western Front, proves no match for this story of a Chinese immigrant's family's battle to heal their broken relationships, despite the forces pulling them apart in this dimension and many others. I wish we could get that upsort at this time, but let's tell you that Daniel Kwan and Daniel Scheinert won the Oscar for Original Screenplay for Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's the tale of a Chinese immigrant family navigating an IS audit of their laundromat and the family relationships and interdimensional time travel. The film led nominations with 11 total nods, including for Best Director for Kwan and Scheinert, Best Picture and Acting nominations for Michelle Yeoh, Ke-Huy Quan, Stephanie Hsu, and Jamie Lee Curtis for Costume Design, Film Editing, Score, and Score. And let's bring in Arise correspondents Judita Da Silva and Kachia Fia one more time there in Los Angeles. Ladies, it was a big day for India after the song Naatu Naatu won a historic Oscar for Best Original Song, wasn't it?
It was. I would definitely say that was one thing that definitely went right perfectly well. I mean, they came prepared, they delivered everything we expected, we got. It was a show, they danced, they were colorful, they were excited. It was just the show that we needed to get the Oscars started.
Yeah, I mean, if you know anything about Indian culture, when it comes to representing their own, it's almost like Everything Everywhere All at Once, representing the Asian community. They're so disciplined, they're so reverent, they're so respectful. And when you hear what the pressure that's been put on them from back home, that you're representing us, you're there for us, do us proud, and they know the whole country is watching. The choreography, they didn't put a foot wrong. They were note perfect. When you compare their vocal performance to the song from Everything Everywhere All at Once, that's how professionals do it. Exactly. It showed you the best of Bollywood. I was sitting there going like, okay, yeah, they should win. They should win.
But Julie, it also boils down to the fact that this is a big deal for them.
Yeah.
They didn't walk in there like, well, let's just get it done and dusted. I mean, to them, it's like you probably just get one chance to do this. So let's do this and let's do this well. Yeah. Even if we get another chance, let's do it. And again, it's still the way Bollywood does their thing. We've always said that they can be a little extra, but that extra is
works on stage. Yeah. And I love the fact that they got Deepika Padukone to introduce them. She's one of the most popular actresses in India. And even just leading up to it, every time she said something, you could hear every Indian in this the auditorium would scream and she would smile. That just shows you that they're all in this together, and that was a beautiful moment.
It was so beautiful.
Something that's beautiful, it's the mix you two have on, the red and the black. Your costumes are looking good. The Best Costume Award went to Black Panther Wakanda Forever.
Yes, it did. I mean, Ruth Carter obviously did a fantastic job with that. Wakanda Forever was a film where there were lots of ceremonies and not always exciting. Sad events had played out. The Queen died, the Prince died. So it took a lot of work putting together those outfits. I was expecting to see Letitia Wright this year, but weirdly she didn't show up. Ryan Coogler did come around. So basically from the Black Panther team, for the major stars, Michael B. Jordan, Ryan Coogler were the only ones who attended. Angela Bassett, obviously, and of course there was Thames, who showed up, part of the song Rihanna, and that was pretty much the entire team. All in all, Black Panther Wakanda Forever had 4 nominations. They were nominated for, of course, Angela Bassett's Best Supporting Actress, Best Hair and Makeup, and then
Best Costume,
and then Angela Bassett's, of course, and they just got one.
Yeah, but Ruth Carter is 2 for 2. So when it comes to Oscar wins for the MCU, she's flying the flag very high. And when you think it's the only black IP they have across the entire MCU, that's special.
That is actually special because Angela Bassett was the first Marvel star to be nominated for acting. So that is actually a big deal. The fact that it came from,
Yeah, give her flowers.
That's actually a big one. We need to pay attention to that.
Yeah, something we haven't quite paid attention to tonight. All Quiet on the Western Front picked up 4 awards out of all its nominations. It's second in line. Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It got 7 awards for the night. But All Quiet on the Western Front picked up 4. In what categories did they?
See, they did well in the craft categories.
Exactly.
And Everything Everywhere did well in the performance categories.
Yeah.
So in a weird way, it's kind of a good thing because the craft categories tend to be the unsung heroes of a film production.
Mm-hmm.
And to have a film that when you watch it, it is so accomplished. The execution of cinematography, the writing, the lighting, the editing, it's beautiful. So I do think it was a great thing that they won in those categories because it's so well deserved.
Absolutely.
And Netflix gets to add to their roster of awards.
Exactly, and at some point, every time I would hear All Quiet on the Western Front, I started to wonder. Everything Everywhere All at Once needs to really be careful because at this point in time they may have just outdone them for this year. But just like you said, when you think about it, it's the technical categories that they really won in, which is why the Academy choosing to announce those categories on stage was such a significant move.
Yeah.
Otherwise, we probably would not have known that All Quiet on the Western Front did as well as they did. Now, imagine just for 2020 the number of movies that did exceedingly well, but just we didn't get to hear about it because it wasn't announced. Not everyone is going to Google Oscar winners 2023. It's nicer when you just get to see it on TV, you're celebrated, you have a speech, you say something funny, you trend. That's the entire essence of this. It's still a part of a promotional package. So yeah, it was a beautiful show for Germany, I would say.
And in an industry of politics, being seen counts.
It does.
That is currency. So that's why these people in the craft industries, they're by referrals. Oh, do you know he did this? Or did you see he won that?
Yeah.
This helps their careers a lot.
It does.
Talking about politics, Judita, Best Documentary Award Oscar went to Navalny, about the dissident Russian journalist. And this year we heard that Ukraine's president tried to give a speech, but he was turned down.
10 minutes.
It's like I've said that it's a controversial take, but I think it's the right take. At the end of the day, you cannot with one breath tell actors and actresses, stop making political statements, you're entertainers, stay in your lane. But then on the next breath, say the most important, significant entertainment ceremony should become political.
Yes.
If you open this door, you run the risk of going into very dark territory because when the next thing comes, people are going to want you to make a stand, and then you become political collateral. People want to know, is the Academy with this or is the Academy with that? And particularly in a time of cancel culture and everyone and their dog has an opinion, you've got to stay back. It's kind of like what they say about the First Lady to a president. You're there to support him from the background. We don't need to know your opinions because his job is difficult enough.
Yeah, in fact, in 2022, we did have the In Memoriam segment dedicated to I Stand With Ukraine. Mila Kunis introduced that. And when I looked at, the best documentary win this year, and I saw his wife on stage, it just got me thinking, it's almost as if every year, it's like, we're going to dedicate our energy towards this. So we're going to make this point known. And then you don't want to overdo it such that, just like he said, if anything goes wrong, it's like, oh, the Academy should definitely say something about this. Maybe, make it one of the presenters and make a statement through the presenting. Clearly, they don't want to be put in a tight box. They don't want to have to be boxed into a corner to have to address issues that they don't want to address. Because as much as they might come off as politically correct, there are certain issues that they will still not want to get involved in.
Because people will say to okay, if you're going to comment on, you're going to back Ukraine, speak about Israel and Palestine.
Exactly.
Speak about Yemen. So that, like I said, it's a dangerous door to open, so stay away from it.
They're just like, let's just do our thing. And I trust Jimmy Kimmel is not about to get into that. No.
Just in the last 60 seconds, would you say, with the array of awards we've seen tonight, would you say that the Academy Awards is back to inching its closest to inclusivity?
To be honest, it's just, the Academy is not going anywhere.
No, it's
anytime soon. It's always going to be here.
It's like the British royal family.
I promise you're plagiarizing my thoughts now.
You may have problems with it. It ain't going anywhere.
I literally was going to say the exact. It's not going anywhere. And guess what? They're not going to change.
Much. Catch you off here and Judita Da Silva live from the Dolby Theatre in Los Angeles. It's been nice talking to you too. I hope you all are having a good time at the 95th Academy Awards.